Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got a show for y'all today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, as you guys know, Shannon Sharpe is one of the biggest voices in all the media. At various points in times, his various podcasts can be in the top 5 in the United States, either Club Shay Shay or Nightcap, right? He's very, very successful at what he does. As a matter of fact, when Shannon Sharpe was on Undisputed with Skip Bayless, I remember saying a few years ago, the videos on the channel, littered all over our channel here, where I used to say that I said that Shannon Sharpe in the next 5 years, talking about like 2-3 years ago, I said will make more money than he has ever made in his life. In the next 5 years, I said he'll be one of the biggest things in media, and I meant that. Like, I absolutely meant that because he was just so damn good. Now, I disagree with almost all of his LeBron James, Michael Jordan takes, but that didn't take away from the fact that he was very charismatic. He's very funny. He seems to know a lot about a lot of things. Obviously, his football background. He just has like a magnetic personality. So it's no shock to me that he went on to do so well, because I thought he would. But as time has gone on, especially after his departure from Undisputed in FS1, he experienced a lot of success with his show, Club Shay Shay, but it also came with some drama. It really kicked off during the Cat Williams interview, which blew up the internet last year at the top of the year. And what came after that was just a backlash of that interview, because Cat Williams just started going at various comedians in his interview with Shannon Sharpe. A lot of people got upset with Shannon for not essentially trying to reel him in and trying to push back on some of the points that he was making. Shannon's response was like, look, I allow the guest to speak. I can't fact check him 100% in the moment when he's telling me a story I never heard of. But that interview created a lot of drama. And then, of course, he brought on Monique, because obviously they saw a formula that worked, so they did it again, which made perfect sense. And the Monique interview did very well. She came on there, she voiced her grievances, and Shannon took off. But with that came a lot of drama. I think he had some issues with Mike Epps. He had an issue at one point with Mace. We did a show about that. And I was like, at the time, Mace, in my personal view, I don't think Mace was trying to attack Shannon Sharpe at all. I think Mace was speaking from the standpoint of, as somebody that spent his career in the hip-hop industry, he understood how words could lead to more severe actions. And I think Mace was just essentially trying to give Shannon a heads up. I don't think Mace was trying to cloud chase and nothing like that. I'm like, come on, this is Mace. We talking about like let's stop. He is who he is. But Shannon took it as Mace was trying to get at him, and then they had that drama, and all of these different things have gone on. Shannon, I was a big fan of him. He lost me after that situation with the video and him being recorded. I was like, hold up, this is a play. And I'm like, all right, I'm done with, like, he lost me. I'm like, come on, you're too big for this. You don't need to do all of this, right? So what happened? I was listening to an interview on Vladtv, and it featured guest Ray J. Now, Ray J, incidentally, had recently been on Club Shay Shay, right? And they were there talking about a bunch of different things. And of course, Suge Knight came up. So as Ray J is interviewing with Vlad in this clip, Suge Knight, I believe, calls, or he calls Suge, one of the two. But Suge gets on the phone. And the interview basically stops. And then it went from Vlad interviewing Ray J to now Suge jumping on a call, and he's on speakerphone, and Suge is going off. As Suge is going off, he then starts to take aim at Shannon Sharpe and calling him all kind of words. I'm like, yo, what? Suge Knight going to Shannon Sharpe? And I was like, yo, we got to touch on this topic a little bit today. But before we even get into what Suge had to say about Shannon Sharpe, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on PrizePicks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is want to play this sound for you now. Some of it is a little bit difficult to hear, but just try to listen closely and you will kind of glean what Suge is saying, and then ultimately you hear what he said about Shannon Sharpe and what he was saying about him. Take a listen to that. Then we're going to come back and continue on the show.
Suge's on the phone? Yep. All right. Should we bring Suge in?
Put him on speakerphone?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for using Global.
So we want to, I told you I texted him from jail.
Got your text message. Check this out. Why is he talking about death row shit? He wasn't around.
Huh?
We should unmute it.
Why you talking about his shit?
That's it. That's all I'm talking about.
No, that's all he's talking about. They were asking.
Why you asking about questions about that with Vlad? You know what I'm talking about. You don't talk to nobody. You talk to motherfuckers. You want to talk to motherfuckers. You want to talk to them. Mind it's on the sand. Well, feel they can when they want to and bullshit and act like, you know, stick mother. Glad some. Don't be talking about fucking same breath. You mother Snoop. Because Snoop said some about the army coming out. Gonna be dealt with.
You want to put it on speakerphone?
I know y'all hear me talking. I ain't talking to my mother.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, you doing ain't homie, ain't family. It's selfish. Now, here it is. Pop ain't interested, mother. That's a little bro, that's a little homie, that's all the answer. Then y'all with Snoop and the rest of you Snoop. In the middle of the too, he know what it is. Y'all can't get There's nothing wrong with being on Snoop's side and gang banging on that side over there. Nothing wrong with none of that shit. Play both sides. Both sides get mixed up. Every time around, I'm gonna shoot you mother up and another shit up you. But y'all only was convenient. Then you say that won't nobody else say. Somebody else would say. The homies that want some answers. Because it's you, we ain't tripping. But you still say. Then when it comes to talking like real family, you on top of that, when it comes to you feed your family, it's my responsibility to feed my family. You go on Shay Shay show, whoever that Shay Shay. Okay? And he tell you, you got my rights, my life rights, and even if I'm talking on anything or doing anything, like if I throw a bird in the sky and somebody pay me, I gotta pay you.
So you heard what Suge said. You heard exactly what he said. You heard what he was saying about Shannon. What are my thoughts about this? My thoughts are quite simple. There's certain industries that you're going to go into where you give your views on various people, and there will be no real ramifications, right? You can talk sports, you can talk politics to a certain extent, and then you have other niches like hip hop. And what I've discovered is that a lot of these big famous names that we think of in music and hip hop, we see these people as people in another realm, like they're over there, right? And you don't think that these guys are on the internet, they're on Instagram, they watch YouTube. You don't think that. For example, the situation going on with 50 Cent and Hassan Campbell. Who would have thought 50 Cent watches YouTube? But apparently he does, and he's abreast to a lot of the things that are going on, right? So that's the first surprise. I didn't know that these guys watch a lot of these things. NBA players do it too. So that's been a bit of a surprise to me. I'm saying that to say this. Whenever you start delving into niches like hip hop and you start talking about various people like Suge Knight, who has a reputation that we don't need to go over. I'm sure most of you know that already. Number one, know that these guys may be listening. And if they're not listening, maybe somebody in their camp is listening, right? That will obviously relay the information over to him. And when you're talking about these people, you need to understand that, yes, you're conducting an interview. It's content, so to speak. You're doing your job. But some of these people don't view it that way. Some of these people don't view it like, oh, well, I'm the subject matter in this conversation here. He's not really talking about me. It's just content. No, they don't view it like that. Some people are like, bro, why are you talking about me for? Irrespective of the fact that you think you're conducting an interview. And some of these people will feel a type of way, especially if you're talking about them in a way that they may deem to be disrespectful. Rappers don't let nothing go, right? Rappers are the kings of subliminals, right? You be like, I'll be listening to some YouTuber break down the subliminals. I'm like, wait, he dissed him there, he dissed him there. They're like, no, okay, this means this. Then you go back and reference that because this guy said. I'm like, damn, how was you able to figure all of that out? Rappers figure it out. People in the hip hop industry figure it out. So for Suge to say what he said about Shannon so vehemently, I think goes back to what Mace was referring to, which is, sometimes it's words and sometimes it's not. Sometimes people going to view it as content and you doing your job, and sometimes people are not going to view it that way. And you just need to be careful what you're saying. I'm not saying this, oh, Suge going to do nothing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as you're out here talking about these people, understand that some of them may not be, they may not be up for, oh, it's just content and all of that. They're like, bro, don't discuss me. I'm not your content. Talk about something else. And I think Suge took exception that his personal affairs were being discussed on that podcast, and therefore he called out Shannon. Now, I was like, man, we just got to report on this, because when I was listening to it, I'm like, damn, how the hell did Shannon jump into all of this? But I guess he did. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about the analysis? What do you think about what Suge had to say? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. I'm out. Peace.